Hey guys, it's Molly. Okay, today's video is not going to be a funny video, it's going to be a lot more serious. So if you want a funny video, wait until tomorrow or just find another video for the moment. Today's video is going to be covering a topic that nobody wants to talk about. From when I was a child to, I would say fairly recently, I was abused. Sorry, my throat is a little off, so I'm trying to clear it. So, I was abused by certain family members, or by being bullied at school, or even by unnamed exes. I'm gonna start off by saying that I'm not going to name specific names in this because it's for the sake of preserving their reputations, because I do not slander people. Okay, so when I was a child, there would be a family member who would just constantly yell at me, even though I never thought I did anything wrong, and most of the time I really didn't. They were just taking their anger out on me, and that's never right. I would get off the phone with them and I would be in tears. In fact, even when I was in person with them, they would yell at me to the point of me being in tears. I would get bullied by my classmates at school, and I would only want to be friends with them because I didn't understand that by them bullying me, they didn't want to be friends with me. When I was 12 years old, I started to gain weight because I was thin before then, but then I started gaining a lot of weight to the point where I was almost overweight. I was fine with my weight. I was fine with who I was. I really didn't care. But then the unnamed family member started to hone in on it, grabbed my sides and said, "Look at these love handles," or started suggesting all these sites and just did over and over and over again to where I wasn't okay with being the weight that I was, and I started trying to hide it all the time. Like at school, I would try to suck in my stomach when I sat down, or I would be ashamed when I sat down and I saw my stomach kind of hanging off of my belt, like hanging over my belt a little bit. I tried losing weight so many times and it just never seemed to work. And I finally lost a lot of weight. My stomach shrunk. I don't eat as much anymore, which is good for preserving the weight. But because of all that, I still have this crazy notion in my mind that I'm overweight. I know I'm not. I know that I don't need to lose weight anymore. I'm less than 130 pounds and I'm 5'6". But because of all of that, I just feel like I still need to lose weight. Come high school, I start getting bullied a lot more. I was getting bullied throughout middle school, but in high school it just got so much worse. It broke my self-esteem completely. Like, I was almost okay with who I was, but then come high school, I just wanted to run and never come back. Middle school was around the time when my depression started. I wanted to run away when I was in 7th grade. Never did, but the want was there. So I wanted to get away from the life that I had and try to start a new one. come high school, my depression started. It was at first situational, but it got so bad to the point where it became chemical. Luckily, I found a medication that works for me. But that's not exactly the point here. And in college, I was still bullied a tiny bit. After a few semesters, I dated someone who only wanted me for my money, though I didn't have a lot of money. Then a little while after, I dated someone who would hit me and would yell at me and make fun of me to the point where I'd be in tears. And kinda acted like the other girlfriend, where I would ask them to pay for something that one time because I didn't have a lot of money that day. They would kind of get a little about it, and to avoid a fight, I would pay for it. I had to cut off the family member that was abusing me and that whole side of the family when I was 18. Because at that point, I didn't have to see them anymore. I did it for my safety, my sanity. There were a couple of family members who did me no wrong on that side, and I am just so sorry to them. I love them so much. Just a few family members who didn't do me wrong, then others were just connected to the person who abused me so much that I couldn't be around them. I couldn't be around any of them. I felt like I was in constant fear for my safety around a lot of people. How can you trust people when so much wrong has happened? It takes a while, but it's possible. Now, I don't share this story for likes or views or comments. I share it because I know there are people out there who may be experiencing the same kind of thing that I did and still kind of am. I haven't really gotten over the hurt and the anger from all of this. I can't bring myself to forgive yet, but talking about it seems to be the first step. I know there are people out there who have situations like mine, whether you're still in it or have just gotten out of it. You're really not alone. I'm always here. I don't know you, but I'm here for you. I feel for you. I love you. I'm gonna put my email in the description box. Please talk to me. If you feel like you need someone to talk to, you feel like you need someone to listen, or you just want to talk about anything, whether positive or not, I will be here for you. I know I didn't share all of the details that I could have, but it was for the sake of keeping people anonymous, and also because this is really a hard thing to talk about. You know that in all my videos, I'm very truthful. So if I were to make up a thing like this, that would be so screwed up, and I have many people who can attest to the truthfulness of this. But think what you want. Alright guys, that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you. I do. Remember that. Alright, bye bye.